A lot of rumors/news to get into today. Here's what we've got. Some Cowboys injury news and updates. We'll discuss the general offensive line, which kind of ties into the injuries, if we're being honest there. I want to spend some time on Mike McCarthy's play calling because I have some issues there. Many of you questioning the tight end play and even where is Brandon Cooks. That's part of it too. And of course, the run defense, which that was the big issue on that side of the football. The offense, I thought, had some bigger problems overall. So let's begin. Will the offensive line be back, all healthy, starting together for the first time with this group in ever? 2 stars. I'm going to put it firmly in that rumor category. The Cowboys haven't always been honest with their injuries and what they say publicly. They're very honest with their reports because they have to be. But Zack Martin tweaked his ankle last week. And the Cowboys swore he's not going to miss any time. He's fine. He's going to play. They swore he's not going to practice Wednesday, but he's going to play. He's going to play. Didn't play. Didn't play at all. I don't even know how close he really was from that perspective. Biadasz continuing the Cowboys' cursed Thursdays of hamstring injuries. He's out. He did not play. Tyron Smith was active, unlike Biadasz and Martin, but also did not go. All those guys, I assume, have a shot of playing. I bet Tyron Smith is the closest to being able to go. But even Stephen Jones now being honest with the status of those 3 players this morning, on Monday, with his injury updates. It's possible. We'll just have to see how the week goes. You got to take each guy week to week. Is it possible? Yes. Do we know for sure? Absolutely not. It's a far cry from, he's going to be out there. Martin's going to play. Okay, well, he didn't. It's why I have trust issues. Because the Cowboys do this at least a couple times a year of, player's fine. No, he's not. Now, it's some gamesmanship. Some of it's, I think, just over-optimism. And sometimes I kind of feel like it's outright lying as well. So will the Cowboys actually get their starting 5 offensive linemen healthy for this upcoming game? This is going to be today's pinned comment. So if the ad comes here on YouTube, plays, it's fine. Ignore it. No one cares. Head down to the pinned comment instead. Type in Y for yes, N for no. Let's stick on the offensive line here. Should you put Tyler Smith at left tackle with the context of if Tyron Smith cannot play? I am giving this 4 stars. I think you absolutely have to put Tyler Smith back out there on the left side. Now, we'll go more in depth on this, but first, it is time for the change officially of what the 4 stars on the rumor meter means. Kind of an overwhelming vote when I put it up to a poll on the community page here at the Cowboys Report. No one liked the Yacht Boys cooking. I was kind of disappointed by that one. But not just plurality, but majority put Jimmy in the ring of honor. It is long overdue. This is our attempt to bully Jerry Jones and bully the Cowboys into doing the right thing. 4 stars means you got to put Jimmy Johnson in the ring of honor. We'll come back to Tyler Smith here, but today's show is made possible by Prize Picks. It's a really simple game to play for daily fantasy sports. You can make picks and submit an entry in less than 60 seconds and turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Prize Pick offers projections on any sport, not just football, basketball, baseball, heck, even esports. Make your game watching experience more fun with Prize Picks. Watch your progress update in real time and up to 25 times your entry amount. You can also cash out your winnings with quick scoring, settling, and withdrawals. Prize Picks is the largest independently owned daily fantasy sports platform in North America. It's the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. It's just you against the numbers. You don't have to battle thousands of other players, whether it's pros or sharks or whatever. You simply pick more than or less than on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Gave it a shot last week. Dak Prescott, more than 12.5 rushing yards. He hit that one. Michael Gallup, more than 24.5 receiving yards. Pretty easy cash right there. Go to Prize Picks cowboysreport.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Links in the comments and the description, but again, it's prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use code CLNS for that first deposit match. All right, back to Tyron Smith here. I do think that Chuma Edoga got better as the game went on, but that first half in particular was really rough, and there's no doubt about it, and Tony Pollard even admitted it. The Cowboys took stuff out of their game plan late in the week because of all the offensive line injuries. Now, Edoga was not dinged for a sack allowed. PFF put both sacks on Prescott, one of which unquestionably was. It was the free rusher. That's on the quarterback to take care of. If you got 5 in, you're blocking 6. Quarterback's got to do something, even though that's not exactly a fun spot to be. But there was one play he just didn't pick up the rusher, and Dak somehow avoided it all together. Edoga, fine as a run blocker, but so was Tyron Smith last year. I think Smith's results at left tackle compared to what Edoga did were better, and I thought Edoga's results at left guard were better than what we saw at left tackle. The run game was fine, especially outside of the red zone, where you actually had great success. It was just the red zone, which we're getting into here, kind of was a big-time problem from that perspective. You got to be better. And if Tyron Smith can't go, put Tyron Smith back at left tackle. I think that is absolutely the way to go for the Dallas Cowboys. Don't miss out on our daily Cowboys video. Subscribe right now. YouTube.com/@CowboysTV, multiple times per day, right here on the channel. All right, let's talk McCarthy and the play calling. Does he get the blame this week? 3 stars. He doesn't get all of the blame. That's not fair. There's a lot of blame to go around. I don't think he called a very good game because I am a masochist. I did go back and watch. There were plenty of all 22s available as well, though the NFL Plus stuff comes out probably Tuesday would be my guess with the way they've been doing stuff there. But a lot of people smarter than me had similar conclusions. I'll call them the film nerds. I mean that in a positive sense. Look, McCarthy took over the play calling this year, and he wanted to take care of business from that perspective. And that's fine. I get that. The results on offense, 3 games, lots of reasons, excuses why they have regressed. Week 2, I thought the red zone execution fault. You couldn't score from the 1. You called the touchdown play twice. Week 3, and I joke about call the touchdown play of like get someone open, score, block it right, whatever. Did you really call the touchdown play at all in the red zone outside of the screen on the first trip? I don't think from a passing game concept, I don't think your designs, and I'll group in like your route combinations and when you run those and setting them up and all that stuff, I don't think that was very good. Now, Tony Pollard did say that the Cowboys took some stuff out, and I think that was in part because your O-line got decimated kind of late in the week, but I don't think the play calling was very good. I really don't think it was up to par. And I think the Cowboys in general right now have got to do a better job of scheming up other players. And by other players, I mean not CeeDee Lamb. I want to feed him. Don't get me wrong. But I think on third down and red zone looks, you're a little bit too Lamb heavy right now. I don't get me wrong, I want to feed him, but we're 3 games in, and you haven't really called the touchdown play to the wide receiver yet. It's not great. Again, I'm not saying don't feed CeeDee Lamb, but I'm saying if opposing defenses' plans are going to be to take away him with what basically amounts to a lot of double teams on those plays with safety or linebacker short, safety deep, you got to scheme up a Gallup, which you did do a few times. Loved the sluggo route. I'm glad that was called finally. There are positive elements of the offense, namely outside of the 10-yard line, but you got to scheme up somebody else there. Can't just call all, waggles, play action boots, and runs up the middle. Like you got to do more there. That speed option with Lamb was too telegraphed. Let's check out away from the motion a little bit in the red zone even. I got some doubts. I do. So do you trust Mike McCarthy as the play caller? A for yes, B for no. Go vote for me in the comments section. Some more rumors, and this one a couple of these are more social media based. You're going to bench Jake Ferguson? I'll give this 1 star. I have been whelmed, I'll call it, so far by Ferguson, who has done some good things. Also has 3 drops already this year, which is not great. I don't think he's been bad for the Cowboys. I do think to a certain extent you're missing Dalton Schultz a little bit. I think more red zone impact would be ideal. He does have the 1 touchdown already, which is nice. But if defense's game plan is going to be let's take away Lamb on 3rd down and the red zone, you have to figure out something else. And, Ferguson's got 10 catches, 70 yards, shown some flashes in after the catch stuff, and has not been a bad blocker, don't get me wrong. I just want to see more out of the passing offense in general, which we'll get to as part of our changes video here in a little bit. Hendershot, Schoonmaker, I don't know if they're upgrades right now. Down the road, I hope Schoonmaker is, given what you invested in him, but I'm not convinced he's the solution at this moment. So what is your confidence level in Jake Ferguson? Scale it for me from 1 to 10. 1 on the low end, 10 on the high end. Go vote in the comments right now. Let's get to this one. I think we'll all agree here. Safeties struggled against the Arizona Cardinals. It's 4 stars for me. There's no way around it for what the Cowboys did this week in perhaps the most important position group for what this team likes to do on that side of the football. The safeties were bad. They did not come prepared. Look, PFF grades are a data point. They're not the end-all, be-all. They're not gospel. But look at these numbers. And I think it's mostly backed up by the play. Lee Cooker, he was okay. Donovan Wilson was up and down right there. Jaron Kearse, who I'm a big fan of, I thought that was his worst game wearing the star. And he battled through injuries last year, but, man, Jaron Kearse, there were some plays out there, he wasn't going full speed. And then that opening run, he out there jogging a little bit. And you can't have that. And look, Jaron Kearse is kind of the heart and soul of the defense alongside Micah Parsons. I think he's one of the team's veteran leaders on that side of the football. So if he's not playing well, and I think he's kind of, not being locked in all the way, whole defense wasn't really locked in. Started there. Marquise Bell did not play very much. He took some bad run fits. He really did. That's a problem. Your safeties and your linebackers, who we'll get to here, didn't play well. Who do you blame the most on defense in Week 3? I think the one guy you can't blame is probably Tank Lawrence. He was awesome. Everyone else was, at best, okay. Maybe some good performances mixed in there. Who do you blame the most, then, on defense in Week 3? Sound off in the comment section. Let's talk Leighton Vander Esch here. Oh, you got to bench him. He was terrible. I don't think he played very well. Don't get me wrong. But you can't bench him right now. I thought that we've certainly seen much better performances out of Leighton Vander Esch. That's why I'm giving it the fake news. Unlike Jake Ferguson, who can make an argument of, maybe Hendershot, maybe, Luke Schoonmaker. There's no other argument for Vander Esch right now. Again, he did not play well. I will not, that's not the point of this here. There were times he just looked slow out there. Wasn't going the way we normally see Vander Esch go. But he's been a good player for this Cowboys team. Cost effective. Your safeties look pretty slow too, by the way. But here's the problem. Who are you going to play out there? Damone Clark was around the football a lot more. They tended to run it more at Damone Clark than they did Leighton Vander Esch, by the way. You need him to play better. That was a game where you missed some run fits. I think your safeties didn't always hit those properly. I think Damone Clark missed a few run fits. Vander Esch missed a couple. Your defensive ends did not do a good job of keeping contained. The run defense was all bad, minus DeMarcus Lawrence. And they kind of, I think, like most of us did, mentally checked out after the Dak interception because who can blame them? You went from a 10% chance to win pre-interception to 4% afterwards. So was the nail in the coffin that had already been laid out there, basically. Look at what Arizona did. James Conner in particular. Do you notice a trend here, folks? We have talked about this for well over a year. You beat the Cowboys, get to the outside on your runs. Run away from DeMarcus Lawrence, at Micah, at Dorrance Armstrong, at Sam Williams, anyone not named Tank Lawrence. Get to the edges. Cowboys safeties, linebackers didn't keep it there contained. You can't play Devin Harper right now on defense. I think that was a game you missed DeMarvion Overshown, by the way. He, of course, is out for the year on IR with an injury. But, look, there's a lot of lane to go around on defense. You're not going to bench Leighton Vander Esch, but you do need him to be better moving forward. There's no way around it from that perspective. There is a lot of blame to go around, understandably so. There's like maybe 5 guys completely immune to criticism. But you got to be better on defense. The run defense has to improve against New England.